Hey everybody, I'm Zee Garcia, and today we're taking a look at a tiny little card game about playing the right card at the right time. This is Kariba. In this game, the players are playing animal cards numbered between 1 and 8 to the table in order to play the right card at the right time and chase away the next lowest numbered animal. And so if you're able to play 7s and you trigger the threshold, you'll capture the 6s if there's any. If there's none, maybe you'll capture the 5s, and so on. It's a very simple concept, plays very quickly. Let me give you a look at how it goes, then we'll come on back up here. I'll tell you more about it. The game begins with each player dealt 5 cards, deck in the center of the table, and of course the little playing board here, just a little cardboard ring in the center so that you can play cards around that. The objective is to capture the most cards, and the players are going to take turns playing cards to this wheel and possibly capturing cards. So on your turn, you are going to play 1 card or more if they're the same number to the corresponding spot on the wheel here. So for example, this player is going to play a 2 right there. Then you draw back up to 5, and it would be the next player's turn. In this case, I'm just playing with 2 people here. So this player might play, let's say, 2 5s to the 5 spot, and then draw 2 replacement cards. This is going to continue until someone plays the 3rd card in a spot, 3rd or more, in fact. And once you do that, then you are going to capture the next lowest available set. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a fake hand here and progress the game a little bit further. And let's say that it is this player's turn. They are going to play the 3rd 5, and capture again the next lowest, which in this case would be the 4s. They take this, set it face down in their score pile, and replenish their hand. Having done that, this player then might, assuming they have the right cards in hand, go ahead and try to scoop up with 3 7s those 5s and put those in their score pile. And as you can see, it begins at 8 and goes all the way down to 1. With one twist, the 1s can capture the 8s. And that's it. That's the only thing the 1s can capture. The 2s cannot capture the 8s, and playing 3 1s here would not capture these 7s. So it does not go all the way around. That's the only exception to the capture weaker things rule. Now there being 3 7s here would allow this player, by the way, our player over here, to play another 7 and now capture these 3s. And of course, now there being 4 7s there is going to make the players really think about when and how many 8s they play, because that's a very nice grab. This continues with players playing cards, replenishing their hands until the stack of cards is gone. At that point, the players are going to finish playing out all the cards in their hand. And once they have run out of cards entirely, anything left on the table at that point would simply stay there. It will not go to anyone. And then you count up the cards you took in your score pile. So let's say this is what it ended up being. These are all out. No one gets them. You can remove this from the table. And then let's say that this player's score pile is that. This player's score pile is that. And you would simply count them up. It looks like this player won here. The usual typical score, at least for 2 players, will be 24, 25, 26. So this player looks like they took, I'm going to say 22, and this player took 27. They did quite well. And I'm making all of these numbers up, by the way. So there you go. That is how you play Kariba. Same thing with more players. Just deal out. You've got your 5 cards, and you just play taking turns, capturing sets when you can. Let's go back up top, and let me tell you, now that you know how the game plays, how the game feels. All right, so that is Kariba. Very tiny, very unassuming little box. So what do I think about it? Let's dive into it, all right? We're going to start with thematic ties. Is the theme original? Does it fit well what's going on? I certainly don't think it's original, but I do think it fits what's going on well. the idea of, the higher numbers, the higher, bigger animals chasing away the smaller ones, but having a thematic reason as to why the 1 would chase away the 8 fits. It works well, and it makes sense. So I'll give them a thumbs up for the thematic implementation here that they've gone with. Yes, this could have just been cards with numbers, as long as you tell people that the 1 captures the 8. Fine, we'll buy into that. But the fact that it's the mice chasing away the elephants, it works. And it makes that small leap just a little bit easier. Aesthetics, component quality, congruent artwork. Does the game look good and feel nice when you're playing? I definitely like the format of the cards, the sort of skinny, tall cards. Not great if you're someone who likes sleeving your games, unfortunately. But I like them. I think they handle well. They shuffle well. They're not linen finish, but they have a very nice quality to them. Size of the box is very nice, highly portable. I don't like that cardboard ring that goes in the center. It's pretty flimsy. I'm thinking it's going to suffer if I play a lot more than I have anyway, because actually I've played this quite a bit by now. And, the artwork itself is gorgeous. I think it's very cute. It's attractive. It pops. It's bright, colorful. I like it very much. So overall, the aesthetics, for the most part, it gets a thumbs up from me. Replayability. Does the game scale well, or are there new things to discover? There's a surprising amount here of playing chicken, of fun that can be discovered from game to game, though quickly, I'd say a couple of games in or so, you'll know the kind of things you want to do, and it's all about playing your opponent, hoping to wait them out, taking risks, playing a single card, and hoping your opponent does not have 2 of the same one and can make a move and capture something. That can certainly happen, but you have to figure out if the risk is worth making, So I think the replayability is there, and the game, I think, scales well. Though honestly, I've played a lot of a 2-player, and I think 2-player is fantastic. But it scales up just fine. With 2 players, you do have that interesting feel of having to play and get in the head of just your opponent, of having to just wait them out. The amount of luck, it feels anyway, does go up with more people, because if you are hoping for something to come back around to you, there's simply less prediction, let's say, that you can make as to whether that's going to happen or not. Still, it does work all the way up to 4 players just fine. Game length, is it interesting the whole time? Does it get repetitive? I don't think it gets repetitive. If Boxel is 15 minutes, I would say that's about right. You can play even faster with just 2 players. And it's so quick. There's so many little tiny moments of sort of ups and downs. Sometimes the board clears almost fully. Sometimes it's on the, it builds and builds, and that there's going to be a big cascade coming up. That can be fun. And the end of the game is especially fun. Once the deck runs out and you're down to 5 cards, there's an interesting cadence that develops there at the very end, where you know your opponent has what they've got. That's it. They're not taking any more cards, and you are hoping to wait them out a little bit. I suppose if you could count cards, you'd know exactly what they have. I can't do that, and I suppose that would probably ruin the end of the game for you, but this is probably the wrong game for you to play if you can count cards. So I don't concern myself with that. It's fun though. The end game can be fun. You can have a moment of surprise at the very, very end. I like it. The ease of play, is it fiddly? Are there any extraneous rules? Is it easy to teach? Yes, it's very easy to teach. No extraneous rules. And no, it is not fiddly. This game is as simple as it comes, while still giving you interesting little moments throughout its very short play length. And lastly, tactics and strategy. Luck. Is it balanced? Is it interesting? Is it fun and engaging to play, mentally? I think it is. I think it's, for what it is, and it does not pretend to be anything else, a tiny little deck of cards that acts as a very nice filler while you're waiting for a meal, while you're having yourself a coffee, while you are just attempting to kill 10, 15 minutes. I think this one packs a surprising amount of fun. I've been really enamored with it. It's been so easy to take with. It's been so easy to, display out on a small table and teach to folks very quickly. Get everyone quickly engaged, playing, collecting cards. Once that's done, you count up your cards. The numbers on them no longer matter. You just count the number of cards, see who the winner is. It's a fantastic little, simple, unassuming game. And I'm charmed by that in this case. This one works. I like it. I am impressed by a tiny package that packs in it a nice little game. And these days, it's rare to see something this small and unassuming be that simple, be that streamlined, and also fun. So, yeah, this one gets a thumbs up from me. I enjoy it. I would certainly recommend that you look into it if you're looking for something very portable, something that, again, is nice to take with. If you're going out to a dinner, you intend to, need to kill 10, 15 minutes or so. So there you go. That's Kariba. This one gets a seal of approval from me. I like it. I'm hanging on to it. And I expect I'll be playing it some more in the future. So, again, Kariba, thanks for checking this out with me. I appreciate it. And I will see you on the next one.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com.